Hi, I am Victor and I'm a developer of Betrayed Realm, an action roguelike game that is focused on fast-paced melee combat. To start off this video, I have one very important thing that I want to say. Squares are kind of cool, but do you know what is even better? Hexagons. Not only do they have more corners, but they are also a headache to work with. And who doesn't like headaches? Certainly not me, because I have added into my game a new feature as a map consisting out of hexagons. It's completely generated via code, so I can adjust its width, height, size, colors, and even easily adjust animations. It also has pathfinding, which means I can tell it to calculate path from one tile to another while avoiding obstacles or other tiles that I don't want it to move on. The map works like this. After defeating a couple of rooms, the map opens. You can select where you want to go, then the map closes and you can continue playing. I try to make it with as little interruption as possible, and I think I have done a good job at that. This map is heavily inspired by the game Ship of Fools. I really love the idea of how creative I could be with it, and that is the reason why I added it into my own game. Originally, I was considering making it out of squares, but after some thinking I realized just how genius hexagons really are. That is the reason why I made the whole weird intro. One of the main reasons why I like hexagons better is that no matter what direction you go, you're always moving towards your goal. Also, the longest path on a square map looks like this, and the longest path on the hexagon map looks like this, which I think just looks better. There was one downside to hexagons for me as a developer, and that was, to get them working properly, they required a lot of extra work. There are some missing features for this map, like a mechanic called Hunted. What it does, I guess I will keep as a surprise for the next devlog, but just a quick summary, it will heavily affect how the difficulty scales over time. One thing you may have noticed if you watched my previous devlogs is that the player has been changed. To be honest, it was kind of painful process because I didn't just change how he looks, but I also changed his bone structure, which means I had to remake all his animations from scratch. But it was worth it, you know, I'm much happier with how he looks now. Now that I have hopefully made the final version of the player, it got me thinking about a new mechanic that I was considering in the past. It would allow you to combine attacks of different weapons, kind of like weapon combos. Basically now I can do the first two attacks with a sword and then the third with a spear. I like this a lot because it adds a new depth to the combat. I think this will make combining weapons a lot more fun, especially when there will be more weapons types in the future. However, one thing I have to keep in mind in order for this to work is that each weapon has to be as different as it can be from the others. I have also updated player's health UI into this more classical way of displaying health, and with that I have also added a small window of invisibility for the player when he is damaged. I will definitely have to work more on the visual feedback when he is damaged or when he dies. It is just another task in my infinitely growing to-do list. The last thing I have done is made some improvements to the input system and fixed a couple of bugs, but they weren't anything noteworthy. If you are interested, you can try out the game for yourself on itch.io, link is in the description. Thanks for watching and bye.